Hi, I'm Hope Garcia. I'm 18 years old and I'm a senior at university.
And well, that's a company, sounds like, huh?
Yeah, my little
Yeah,
sister.
no,
Sorry about that.
it's no problem. So, Hope, what has surprised you the most during the changes as a result of all this COVID-19 coming your way?
I think the weirdest thing to me was that people were protesting the changes and they were so against going on quarantine. I thought that was weird because, like, obviously I thought it was pretty straightforward why we were doing it and that it was to protect people and so that it didn't spread the disease so much. But a lot of people thought that it was infringing upon their rights, and I just thought that was weird.
All right, I think you're not alone. Um, so, what has been the most difficult adjustment that you've had to make for your home life?
Uh, Probably the being cooped up with my family all the time. It's really sucked to not see any of my friends, and there's no schedule, so there's kind of nothing to do all day but sleep.
Oh boy, so you're well caught up on your sleep now,
Definitely.
far beyond, huh?
hmm
All righty. What impact has COVID-19 had on your family?
Uh, we've been really lucky. There hasn't been too big of an impact because since my parents are both teachers, they're still getting paid, so we don't have to worry so much about our financial status. Um, it has been sad not being able to see so much of my extended family, like my grandparents or my cousins, because normally in the summers we hang out with them a lot, and so that's been sort of lonely. But other than that, it's not been too bad for us.
Okay, that's good to hear. Um, what activities are you delaying or deciding not to do um, as a result of all this?
I think most activities. We've mostly just been staying in our house, and even though things are opening up, we're still a little afraid to go out into the world. And so, if friends ever invite me to go hang out, I'll have to say no because we don't want to risk anything.
Okay. And how did you approach change during this time? It's been a lot of big changes for you, it sounds like.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I feel like the change has been relatively easy because I have no other choice than to comply with the changes. So
Yeah.
I just I just kind of accept them and
You didn't rebel.
oh,
Okay. Um, um, what has been the most difficult adjustment for your school life?
uh, I think most people that I talk to really didn't like online learning. It was really, really difficult to stay motivated and stay focused and on task. And it was really hard to understand because I just don't learn well via a screen, and not being able to ask the teacher questions whenever I needed was also really difficult. And it felt like the work was just piling up because we had to do it all as homework. We never got any class time, so it felt really overwhelming.
Okay. So you were looking forward to the end of the school year, I bet.
Oh yes, definitely, definitely.
Oh, so what gaps did you experience in your education, or what,
Uh,
or what do you think might be a result of this interruption in your education?
um, the sort of the ends of the units in most classes were sort of thrown out, and we instead of learning anything new, we just reviewed what we already knew. Uh, and then the classes that we did continue to learn new things in, it was really hard to understand, and and I've forgotten most of what we learned. And so I think that next year will probably be a lot of slow learning and catching people up to where they need to be. But I'm not too worried about it because since it happened to everyone, it's not just an isolated incident. Everyone's going to have to accommodate, so I don't think it'll be a problem. It's just going to be what we have to do.
You won't be alone, huh? Um, how do you think this will alter your education going forward?
Uh, it's probably gonna not be all that different, but maybe a little bit more lenient as we sort of get back into the groove of things.
Okay. And what impact, well, what are your post-high school career plans? Because you're a senior coming up. What are you going to do afterwards?
Well, right now, this upcoming school year, I'm enrolled in uh, med prep at Ames, so I'm hopefully going to get my CNA license. So uh, I've been thinking of throughout college probably working as a CNA, and I know I want to go in-state just because it's cheaper. So I'll have to pick a school to go to pre-med.
Okay. The school will give you the best chance to get in, I bet, huh?
Yeah.
What impact has COVID-19 had regarding your career plans? Has it caused you to change or take a second look at going into medicine or certain aspects of medicine?
Uh, I mean, it's definitely made me realize just how scary it can be to be a health professional. Just because, like, during this whole pandemic, they're out there, they're risking their lives, and it's obviously very very scary and for them. But it's also made me realize just how important our medical professionals are, and it's made me have more of a desire to go into that career because just knowing that I can help people
Yeah.
is really satisfying and just good feeling
Good.
to have.
Didn't scare you off.
No.
Well, good. um, how will this experience influence you in the future or going forward, do you think?
Um, I think it's really put into perspective just how lucky my family is because this hasn't been so detrimental to us, and so hopefully it'll just teach me to be more humble and more caring for others, and help them out more and just be more sympathetic overall. And it's definitely made me realize how important school is because I didn't really like school before, and now I really miss it.
Well, that's pretty interesting. So you're embracing going back next fall,
Yeah. Yeah.
seeing all your friends and
Hmm.
being in a classroom with your teacher instead of seeing them on a screen, huh?
Yeah, that'll be a lot nicer.
What have you learned about yourself through all of this time you've got to spend at home? And
Mm, I guess um, it's made me realize that I'm a little bit more go with the flow than I thought I was because I normally think of myself as someone that's really scared of change, but now that all of a sudden these big changes are happening, I haven't died yet, and
good.
I've been doing fine. So it's good to know that I'm a little more calm about that, and it's kind of been a weird time socially because it's made me realize how much I need other people, but at the same time, I've just sort of been holding up in my room and not talking to anyone. So I also can be really independent. So that's just been a weird dynamic to think about.
Well, wish you luck on your re-entry into society. If and
Thank,
when that happens, huh? That'll be, yeah. So is there anything else that you would like to add?
not that I can think of, no.
Think we need to know? Okay. Well, I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.